some stops there at the end and caught some breaks because, like I said, I'd already looked at the stat sheet a little bit, and if you look at it, we basically got beat in about every stat possible, and the only stat that we didn't get beat in was the final score, and of course that's the most important one. So I'll take that. I mean, we did some things well in the first half, I thought, and come out and shot the ball extremely well. And was able to build that lead a little bit and had going into halftime with some momentum, hit a key shot there right before the buzzer. But give Smithville a ton of credit. They were extremely well coached, played very aggressively defensively, really get after you. And, our kids, we were fortunate enough to respond and get through.
They had a pretty decent lead throughout the game. Can you talk about the last 5 minutes where things really started to snowball for you and it looked like things could get out of hand?
That's what I'm saying, is looking a little bleak. We'd really lost our momentum, and I don't think we'd lost our confidence, but we definitely, I'm sure in the back of their minds, the kids think about, hey, we had a pretty good lead, and here they come charging back. And, this game's just, it is a game of runs, and it's a game of momentum, and it's hard for 32 minutes to, especially for high school kids, to keep their focus and try to keep their emotions in check, especially in a state championship game. And they don't, not every kid gets to experience it, and some of them might have been through it before, but, like I said, these kids, at least the last month and a half, and especially during this playoff run, they have literally willed their way to wins. We've been down at half in our quarterfinal and semifinal game, and they just keep fighting, and they believe in each other. And as long as we do that, and those kids, they have confidence that they're going to win, I'll take that any day. And this truly was a team championship.
Alexis, Brooke, seniors, what were you saying to your teammates as you saw it start to slip away there? What did you say to your teammates?
Just settle down. I mean, we've been through this before. We have confidence in our teammates. Just get right back in there and keep going. It's nothing we haven't seen before.
Right.
We just have to keep each other up, keep each other pumped up and everything like that. So we just have to have confidence in each other, and we know that we can come out on top.
When Alex goes out with the fifth foul, 4 minutes left, I mean, your starters all seem to mesh so well with the roles that they play. What did you do tactically I know Alice handles the ball a little bit more, and what did you tell them as far as a message with her being out?
Well, when she fouled out, and we, honestly, last game, we rolled the dice there, and I put her in a little quicker than I probably would have normally in a regular game. But the way the game was shifting, and it felt like the momentum, I decided to go ahead and roll the dice there and put her back in and see if we could get the momentum back, and she fouled out pretty quick. But if, you go back and look at it, Ballsmeyer had played several minutes during that time, so like I said, they've got to those kids that come off the bench, they have to have a mindset that they could come in, and they may have to play several minutes, and tonight's where it worked out. But as far as strategy or tell them anything different, I really didn't. I mean, it was just, we got to keep our heads up and keep playing hard, and hopefully good things happen, and it did.
Alexis, being a senior and knowing that it's just your final couple minutes of high school basketball, can you kind of talk about what Coach said about willing your way to the win, just having to win?
We've been doing it. He said we've been doing it the whole last month. Coming down and play like every minute's your last, and I kind of can't believe that was my last game as a high school senior, but it went by so quick. But it was a great win and great team effort.
Alexis, you kind of pulled everyone together when Alice was hitting her free throws, or 1 or 2 at the end. What did you say to everyone at that moment?
I said this game isn't over. There's so much time, and we just need to settle down and focus on these free throws and just relax. And there's plenty of time left on the clock.
Brooke, you're no pro at Final Fours. You've done it twice with softball
Yeah.
and once here. What's the What's the different feelings you feel now that you sit on top?
It's just unreal that I'm actually sitting here with a first place medal around my neck. It's just so much different. The atmosphere was so much different in basketball than it was. So it just feels awesome to be on top.
Coach, you mentioned the last month and a half, kind of how the team started to really gel and come together. For all of you, was there a certain time when you realized, hey, we can win a state title?
I don't know if there was a certain time, but there was a certain practice after a loss where we had to refocus, I will say that. And from that point on, I think they set in their minds.
And which game was that, Coach?
We had a loss to Carthage, and basically just did not play well. Flat out did not play well, and we had been struggling a little bit. And we came back, and they probably won't talk about it, but we had a nice practice and tried to get ourselves refocused, basically. And that became a point of emphasis, was focusing and trying to bear down a little bit more defensively and making possessions count and cherish the ball a little bit more and rebound better and just do all the simple little fundamental things.
Don't forget that practice.
Alexis, can you talk about the practice after the Carthage game?
Like I said, I will forget it. I'll just say there's no balls involved.
Coach, people who don't know the Republic Lady Tigers as well, look at your record, 22-8, see the 8 losses. But as we've talked before, you didn't lose to a Class 4 team all year.
No, and you know, and the kids know this coming in. We're going to try to schedule as best as we can and to prepare us. You know, you want to win conference titles, and we strive for that. And we want to have success and try to win tournaments. But you know, when it all really boils down, and I think your regular season, you're gearing for the playoffs. And you know, like I said, we take on our AD does a tremendous job of scheduling, and we try to play the best we can and play some teams. And know our record will not always look the best, but you know, what it boils down at the end is I think it prepares us for districts and hopefully a run farther than that. And you know, like I said, when we played Helias Catholic and we played Miller Career, you know, those games, we've been in tough games, and I think it showed when it come time, you know, time forward, they stepped up and you know, I can't take anything away from them. They absolutely played and gave me everything they had this year, and they've really done it, took it over, you know, overachieved and really took it to a different level. Like I said, this last month has been such a whirlwind, and just doing things, and these kids have, like I said, they've maintained what they wanted to do, and they had one goal, and that was to get to Columbia, and then not just get to Columbia, they wanted to finish the deal.
One more.
Coach, 3 Southwest Missouri teams down here. You guys are the first to win the title. What's it been like kind of watching Nixa and you guys and Hillcrest, all 3 make the championship game and all have a chance to
You know, and I'm proud of the area down there. I think it is. I think it's one of the best areas as far as basketball goes, and that's not taking anything away from St. Louis and Kansas City, and they've got great teams. But you know, that really helps us down there when, you know, you don't have to go very far. You can have good games with teams, different classes, and you don't have to travel very far. You're going to get quality games. You know, and I was even looking today at looking just at the thing and looking at, you know, who's coming up next weekend, and I think we're getting a good, you know, reps from the Class 3, Class 2 teams, and it's going to be well represented for Southwest Missouri again next weekend, and you know, I'll be cheering those teams on and try to bring home some trophies, first place trophies back to Southwest Missouri.